If you're feeling bloated, tired, constipated, kind of run down, and you think that probiotics are the answer, they might not be. And that's because it's not often that you need to keep adding more probiotics and more bacteria to your gut, but that the bacteria living inside your gut need more of the right things to feed off of. And we do that by eating more fiber. Fiber isn't just about helping you go to the bathroom. Fiber is important because it helps make short-chain fatty acids, which are small compounds that are important for inflammation, hormones, helping your whole body run more optimally. My name is Ashley Sweeney and I'm a registered dietitian. I've been a dietitian for almost 15 years. I work with moms and families who are working on improving their gut health and reducing stress in the kitchen. So after a recent Q&A I did over on Instagram, one of the questions was realizing fiber is important. How do you actually get more fiber in through the foods that you're eating? Because most women, we want you to be eating around 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day in order to get the benefits of those short-chain fatty acids in order to fuel the bacteria that are living inside your gut. So today we're going to talk about how you can increase your fiber intake without taking supplements. And you want to be able to tally up that fiber to make sure you're getting enough throughout the day. Make sure you check the link in the description below for my fiber guide. All right, step one is a fiber-rich breakfast. Now you know you need a protein to start the morning, but you also need fiber too. So what you can do, add chia, flax, or hemp seed into your smoothies or yogurt. Frozen cauliflower, riced cauliflower is really great blended into smoothies. And in your morning eggs or skillet, whatever you're having, maybe some leftover veggies, roasted sweet potatoes, peppers, onions, whatever veggies you had the night before. Throw them into your breakfast skillet. Number two is making sure you're eating more fruits and veggies. I know you need to be doing that, but for the sake of fiber, you're gonna be swapping out some of your old snacks and making sure you're having fruits and veggies. Making sure you're leaving the skin on your fruits, like your apples, pears, peaches. I know sometimes it's easy to want to peel those off, especially for kids, but trying to keep the skin on the fruits. It's easy to make sure your dinner has veggies, but at lunch is another opportunity that's often missed to make sure you're having some vegetables. Roasted or steamed are great because especially as you're trying to increase your veggie intake, those are sometimes just a little harder to digest. So starting with some steamed and roasted veggies are a great way to start. Number three is legumes and beans daily. And now I love beans and I love lentils and I love them because they're an inexpensive way to boost protein and fiber into your meals. So you could try and mix some beans in with your taco meat, lentils in with taco meat, do bowls where you have your meat and your beans on the side. Roasted chickpeas and edamame makes for some great snacks. They're some of the favorites in our house. Number four is snacking smarter. This is kind of what I mentioned before, but instead of reaching for chips, I want fruits and veggies to be available and accessible at all times. So you could definitely use dips like hummus and guacamole, but using raw veggies instead is a great idea. Making sure you have nuts and seeds on hand for snacks. Almonds, sunflower seeds, pistachios, all great options for high fiber snacks. And you'll get some protein while you're having some of those. Popcorn is another high fiber snack around our house that we love. Number five is finding the right add-ins that are going to boost the fiber for the meal. That's going to be things like artichokes, avocados, sweet potato, shredded carrots, shredded cabbage into stir fries or dishes where you might not usually add that stuff. And then the beans, like I said, the beans are kind of an easy go-to for just to add into most dishes. And it might take a little while for your family to get used to them if you're not usually eating many, but this is something that's definitely worth incorporating. One is because the cost effectiveness of adding beans to a dish and making your meals last longer, but two, because of the fiber. And lastly is to build better wraps and better bowls. So setting out options where everybody can make their own bowls with rice, roasted veggies, fresh veggies like chopped greens, the beans, the legumes, the meat, the sauces. And bowls like that, when it's a DIY family gets to make their own, are a huge hit in my house because I'll set out pesto and teriyaki, and one kid might have pesto, the other might have teriyaki, the other kid drizzled ranch over their bowl. So I just love having those options out, and then everybody can make it their own however they see fit. Don't forget to mix and match, because I know it's easy to get in a rut with picking the same veggies and the same beans and the same grains every time. But you also don't want to go the other extreme where you buy like 10 new things and expect everybody in the family to eat them the first time you serve them. So start with one new thing, maybe two new things. Try new options out and continue to offer up the options that have higher fiber, because the whole family is going to benefit. That's it. This one was short and sweet. I really just wanted to answer that question and go in depth about how to increase your fiber intake without adding supplements. And you can do so easily with these steps. Now, if you want that fiber cheat sheet that I talked about, go ahead and check the description below. Make sure you're subscribed to get more of my videos, and I'll see you next week.